What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. Welcome to my initial review video of the Nikon 600mm f4 FL super telephoto lens. If you guys haven't heard, I'm a proud owner of my dream lens. I've always wanted this lens and I finally have it. So this will be my initial review. Now, look guys, I'm an event and portrait and concert photographer, and it would do a disservice for me to make a full-on review of these lenses right here, only because I want to get good with them. I don't want to put out a review that I just don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I want to use the lens. I want to get good with it. It takes a lot of practice. It's harder than you think, and for many reasons, guys. I'm not used to shooting with lenses like this. It takes some skill and a lot of practice and patience to really get to know it, to really shoot it, and to unlock all the benefits of having a lens like this in your arsenal. So I'm gonna wait off on the full review, spend some time, some quality time, practice. The 400 2.8, I've had it for about half a year now, and these two are my favorite super telephoto lenses. So 2.8 power, 400 f4 FL lens. Now, initially, when I bought this lens, the first thing that I noticed was the weight. So when I picked this guy up right here, the 400, and by the way, this is a 400 2.8 G VR lens, the model right before the FL. And, picking these two guys up right now, this lens, the 600 f4, is a little bit lighter than this monster 400 2.8. And you can tell right off the bat of the weight difference. Nikon makes the amazing glass, technically amazing, and physically they look, in my opinion, Nikon makes the best looking gear. The ergonomics of the lens, the 600 f4, when you hold it, it's like perfect. And the way the end of the lens just scoops in like that, it's just beautiful. So in this video, we will be doing some test shots. I'm going to go out in the neighborhood, take some shots, take some stills, and also do some video with the 600. We'll be using the Nikon Z6 with the FTZ adapter. And I have the TC-14E III here, Nikon teleconverter. It turns a 600 into an 850 millimeter 5.6 lens. So the 600 f4 becomes an 850 millimeter 5.6 on a full frame camera. So we'll be implementing this in this video too, photo and video. And in my opinion, guys, this teleconverter for F-mount glass, this is probably Nikon's best out there. As far as image quality goes, the TC-14E III 1.4 times teleconverter is the best they make for F-mount. So if you're going to get a teleconverter, if you're going to get an extender, get this one right here. This one. I have a 2.0. It's a TC2. It's not as good. It's not, it degrades the image big time. And yeah, sure, with the 600, you'll get 1200 millimeters at f8. However, it just degrades the image. And autofocus still works great. This is the one you want. This is the one you want. The TC-14E III 1.4 times. So we'll be using this in our initial review. It's time to just put out a video and see what this lens can actually do. It's so important, guys, to not only, you're spending $12,000 on a lens. It's so important to buy the right support system that's a good quality. You don't want to spend so much money on a lens and put it on a support system that's cheap. Buy a really nice, good quality tripod, gimbal, a head, and you're ready to rock and roll. Very important. Very important. This lens, I have the Real Right Stuff mount, as you could see here. It's so easy to attach to a RRS head. You just slap it on there, lock it into place, and it's ready to go. So I love that about this mount, about this foot. It's makes life so much easier. But again, make sure your head or your gimbal is of good quality. Spend some money on the support system. It's so important, guys. I can't stress that enough. Don't go for the cheap stuff. You don't want to put cheap stuff. You don't want cheap stuff to support a $12,000 lens or a $10,000 lens or $8,000. You know what? I'm a wedding and portrait shooter, concerts, like I said, and maybe these lenses are unnecessary for what I do for work. However, I'll tell you right now, I bought these lenses not for my work. I bought them purely for the enjoyment, for the love of photography. I probably don't need them. I could probably buy a 200 or 500 and I'll be fine. For the love of photography, we photographers sometimes decide on things that sometimes just we love it, that we enjoy it. It might not make sense financially, but we take that plunge, and I did. So, see, for a long time now, at least once or twice a week, I would go on the internet, type in 600 millimeter, see what I could find. And you never know what might pop up. A seller might need money really fast because these lenses, these lenses take time to sell for the right price. However, because it's a big purchase, however, there are not too many out there. You might find one. You never know what you'll find out there. So they don't make too many of these lenses, and this is not for everybody. Okay. I always joke that more hobbyists own these lenses than pros. Usually pros, they rent their gear, or the firm that they work for, rents them. And that's true to a certain extent. These lenses are pricey. We change over time, guys. As photographers, we evolve. We change our minds. We want to do something different. And I might be a wedding, portrait, event, concert photographer, but that doesn't mean I don't want to do sports. That doesn't mean I don't want to shoot sports from now on and get into that industry. Why not? I love it. It takes a lot of practice, guys. Like I said, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. Even me, I've been doing photography for 3 decades. You have to have the ability to find and track the subject. And I find that so difficult to do. You have to have some talent and some love, and it takes a lot of practice, muscle memory. You look inside the viewfinder and it's hard to, where'd the bird go? Because this thing is so close. The focal length of the 600 is crazy. If you're not used to it, don't worry, it takes time to get used to. But today we'll do the initial review. So like I said, video clips, photos, stills today. We'll go out, we'll see what we can do with this guy right here. All right, let's go. Let's get started. So I got the day started with seeing what support system I had available around the house. I'll be using a really good support system, a Gitzo heavy-duty carbon fiber tripod, and a Real Right Stuff photo head. This is not the ideal setup for this lens, but it will support it. It's heavy duty. Today I'll be using the Nikon Z6 with the FTZ adapter. Now my friends are helping me out in what to buy, a gimbal head, a Wimberley. I'm still doing my research and I'll be updating my support system very soon. So first up, I mounted the 600 FL to the Nikon Z6 and doing some slow motion, as you see here with this little hummingbird. It's really cool that you have this lens. You can back away from the action. You don't want to scare this hummingbird or whatever you're shooting. Now I'm manually focusing here right on the hummingbird as he's doing his thing in nature. I really like how this lens is capturing all the little detail. Yeah, this is 1080 because Z6 does not record 4K in slow-mo. This is shot 1080 at 120 frames per second. Now, I just can't wait to see what the Z9 can do, 4K 120, and how the autofocus will work. Now look at the magic of this lens. In this next example, I want to show you how many objects, how many layers in front of these ducks that I have. I'm going to go ahead and manually focus and show you this is 3 or 4 layers in front of the action that you see. Of course, less expensive lenses can do this as well, but the quality of the isolation, the background blur, just look at how many layers in front of those ducks that we have. Simply amazing. Remember what I told you about getting a good support system? This is a Gitzo tripod, carbon fiber I'm using. This was like $1,000. Very nice head. See this clamp right here? Real Right Stuff does it right. Let me tell you, Real Right Stuff does it right. Look at the size of this hood, guys. It is a sexy beast, that's for sure. Here is just another example of the quality of this 600 FL. You got quite a bit of distance to cover to focus with this lens. But look at as I focus in on the fence in the foreground, you gotta turn it quite a bit, but just look at that quality and sharpness while doing video clips. The subject isolation is extraordinary with this lens. It renders beautiful buttery bokeh. It's to be expected with a lens of this caliber. Now this footage is shot handheld with VR on normal mode. It's doing a good job stabilizing the image. Take a look at how smooth the autofocus transition is. I have the focus point in the center and it's transitioning very smoothly on autofocus. I don't get these type results with any other lens I've tested. This is good news for all you video shooters out there. Man, smooth focus. Look at the insects here isolating in the background. This truly is very fun and addicting to shoot with, the 600 FL. And I like the way this thing tilts. If you want to shoot vertical or horizontal, it's smooth. It's very, very smooth. And that's it, you know, you want vertical, you want horizontal shooting, not a problem. This lens is very well balanced. Very well balanced. So basically, if I want a vertical shot or horizontal shot, it doesn't move. I mean, I don't need to tighten it back up for it to stay at this position. So it's very well balanced, very easy to shoot with, and it's just a work of art. You see a hammock over there? Look at the hammock. I have it focused in on the hammock. Now I'm gonna go over there and we're gonna watch. Check this out. This is crazy. This is just fantastic. I have it focused in on the hammock. Let's go to the hammock. This is just spectacular. This is just spectacular, man. The things I can do with this lens. Just the possibilities are endless, guys. Endless. Okay, here we go. Rock and roll, guys. Yeah. Look at that. Just look at that. I'm speechless on how amazing this lens really is. Just speechless. Just speechless. What a fantastic work of art. You know, the 600 FL f4. Amazing. Amazing. Where are you, man? Where's that lens? Let's see. Let's zoom in here. Digital zoom. I think the iPhone does like 9 times or something. Oh, there it is. There's the lens. We're recording it right there. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Rock and roll. Yeah, that's it. Rock and roll. And I'm not even sure I'm in focus because this thing, look at that, you can't see the camera. You can't really see the camera, can you? Because I don't know if I'm in focus, but This is the hammock. Let's back up a little bit and see how much it just gets out of focus. I mean, this thing is just far away. And this is my initial test. I mean, this is my initial reaction to using the 600 FL. Just gorgeous. I mean, next door neighbor's ducks. There's a pond and ducks. The possibilities are endless with the 600 FL. And I truly mean that. You know, I'm not saying that because I love Nikon. No. You go out there, you shoot, you create, and lenses like this one is just so enjoyable. What you see, I mean, look at that. Look at the foreground. Look at the quality of the background blur, and look at the background past the hammock. Just pay attention to that, and look at the foreground. Look at that beautiful bokeh it's producing on that twig that I'll be focusing in. Just, I'm so excited with this lens. Now let me put the teleconverter on here and let's see if the quality goes down at all, and let's see how much more reach you get. Again, it's 850 millimeter. So let me go ahead and take a still image of this hammock. And here's some video with the TC-14E III Nikon 1.4 teleconverter. We're at 850 millimeters at 5.6. Just simply amazing. The TC3 1.4 times Nikon teleconverter works well with the 600 FL. It's the best performer out there. It'll give you that extra reach that you need. You know, one could never get enough reach, right? It turns a 600 into an 850 millimeter lens, full frame. This slow motion shot was taken with the TC teleconverter on. Simply amazing, guys. Wow, I am speechless. I love it. So now I'm doing slow motion on the Z6. Don't have the Z9 yet. Imagine slow motion 4K. No, but Z6 slow motion with the 600 FL. Man, can't wait to just do more with this lens. Seriously, can't wait. The Nikon 600 FL is truly an inspirational work of art. I mentioned how much fun I had shooting it out and about in the yard. However, can you imagine I take it out to a sporting event, actually shoot professional sports with it? I get it, it's expensive, it's big, it's sort of heavy, but well worth the images that it delivers, the video that it delivers. And pair this with the all-new Nikon Z9 flagship camera, and you got yourself a kit that can pretty much give all the sports shooters, the wildlife, and yes, even creative cinematographers, that lens that'll give you exceptional results. Let me go ahead and crop this image. You see the detail of this shot right here. The 600 FL close focuses at around 4.4 meters away. It weighs 3,800 grams. And if you're wondering how well it works with the Z system, it works amazingly well. So I got the TC-14E III on the 600 FL, trying to get some birds. Nice light, golden light. Let's see if we can get at least one. Patience. Doing this bird thing takes some getting used to, let me tell you. They don't cooperate like bride and grooms. But so much fun. It just takes some getting used to, that's all. I finally got some good light and some good sharpness here. Again, these were all taken with the teleconverter at 850 millimeters, full frame 5.6. Hey, there was a nice moon out. So this first example is with the teleconverter on, full frame. Now here's a DX sample. Now we're talking about 1275 millimeters DX with the teleconverter. And lastly, this is shot with the 2x Nikon TC-2 converter. This is the neighbor's house. We're talking 1200 millimeter full frame. Well, what can I say, guys? Close to perfect as you will get it. If I can give this lens an 11 out of 10, I would. First time out with it, first time testing it out, and it was an awesome performer. So, well, hello there. Hey guys, thank you for watching my initial review of the Nikon 600mm f4 FL lens. Now that I used it a little bit, man, I'm in love with it even more. I mean, hey, I accept the fact that practice, guys. It's been a while since I've used a lens like this, and you know, it just takes some getting used to. My biggest challenge was getting used to how close the subjects are when trying to compose a shot. It's challenging. It's not easy, and I commend all you professional wildlife photographers out there, because what you guys do, and you guys do a heck of a job at it, it takes some skill, some talent, and a lot of patience. I learned that today, but it was a joy to shoot. I mean, you saw the video clips, you saw the samples, the images, just the bokeh, the color, just the focus, the mechanism, the range of focus that you get, the layers after layers after layers of goodness when I'm focusing, just turning that focus dial. It's just, and it's so smooth too. Man, I can't say enough good things about this lens. This is day one with it, and I can't wait for the future. All right, guys, if this is your first time on this channel, Vahagraphy, if you like what you see, subscribe to this channel, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of these sample images. You know, I would like to hear your feedback. And if you can, you professional birders out there, you wildlife photographers, leave me some tips. You know, I'm willing to learn, and the more feedback I get, I'm like a sponge. I soak it all up, guys. Thank you for watching. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer, and we'll see you on the next video. Say bye-bye, Mr. 600, for now. It was great. Look at this thing, man. It looks like a... It's... I mean, it looks intimidating, guys, but it really is a joy to use. All right, guys, take it easy and rock and roll. Hey, what's good, guys? Vahagan here from Vahagraphy. If you like more photography, rock, and content like this one, go ahead and check out the videos on the screen and subscribe to this channel for more exclusive content. Rock and roll.